Alright, how is everybody doing today? My name is James, and we're going to play a little bit of Borderlands. Yes, thank you, Claptrap. Why Borderlands? Well, the game actually is getting a remaster in a few days, and Borderlands 3 was recently announced, so I figured now would be a good time to sit down and just talk about the game. So, I created a new character. It actually Steam Cloud synced my old saves, which genuinely caught me off guard. Didn't expect that. Wow, that FOV is awful. Let's just fix that. Okay. Now, yeah, like as I was saying, they announced that the Borderlands. They announced that. God, I'm awful at this whole live commentary thing, aren't I? Let's start that whole sentence over again. So they announced that Borderlands is getting a remaster, or the re-release port, whatever the fuck you want to call it, on April 3rd. So it's the 30th? 30th? Yeah, the 30th while I'm recording this. So, in a few days, I believe that's on a Tuesday, it'll come out. No, it'll be Wednesday that it comes out. And it's free for all owners of the original game on PC. And it'll also be coming to Xbox One and PS4. And it's going to support things like, 4K, and it'll have an FOV slider even on consoles, and all kinds of nice stuff. Let's just kill you right there. What do I need to do? Oh, I need to go kill bandits. Alright. Let's see. Where are the bandits? One thing I'm really looking forward to is playing the original Borderlands again, because I remember the original Borderlands fairly fondly. Never actually beat it. But I did do a couple videos with it, with Bahamut 2K456 way back in the day. And it was a lot of fun. No, like I said, we never finished it, so maybe this will be the opportunity I need to go back and finish it. Ooh, drop me a gun. Ah! Oh, just a skag. Oh, that gun's worse in every way. Cool. So Borderlands 2 and Borderlands 3 are also, Borderlands, the pre-sequel, were announced to get 4K texture mods, and Borderlands 3 was also announced to be coming soon, with no release date as far as I'm aware, but it's, like, realistically it'll be soon. So the main thing that made me want to talk about Borderlands was I wanted to figure out what everyone's opinions on Borderlands were, because from what I remember back in the day, it was a lot of fun, and that's probably the main reason why I'm playing Borderlands 1 and not Borderlands 2, because that's the one that I remember fondly. I played probably more Borderlands 2 than I did Borderlands 1, but I still remember the first one better. Well, there you go. See, shock barrel. That's such a creative and dumb idea. I love it. And that's partially why people love Borderlands, is all the dumb shit, I feel like a lot of the things that people remember Borderlands for was actually from Borderlands 2. Because the first game was fairly silly, but it kept its silliness in check. The second game kind of just went crazy with it. Oh, this is the arena. It doesn't help me any when I'm playing single player. But it feels like a lot of the silliness was introduced, or it was at least cranked up to ridiculous levels in Borderlands 2. And it gets to be a little much at times. And then it feels like they started taking themselves even less seriously with Borderlands the pre-sequel. I never actually played Borderlands the pre-sequel, so I can't comment on that. But then there was also Tales of the Borderlands, and there was a bunch of DLC for Borderlands 2 and Borderlands the pre-sequel, and it's just kind of been a constant stream of Borderlands content since the first game came out, which is not a bad thing. Just something to think about. Especially when we're thinking about PC. Like, does it really need a remaster? Well, I mean, if the PC port is good, then yes, it does, because the PC port of the original Borderlands is fucking awful. I can't see anything over here. I'm just going to hope that's everything. Okay. Like FOV issues, like you can tell, like whenever I sprint, the FOV just goes insane. There's weird performance issues. It's fairly low poly. Yeah, here we go. Let's just turn in this real quick. Ooh, TK Baja, one of my favorite characters. Just, he's not particularly well written, but he's a favorite in the sense of, like, he's just in concept, like, just the fact that this character exists, like, as a person, just makes me giggle. Alright, so I think we meet TK Baja and then we go take on Ninetoes. Correct? It's been quite a while since I've played. I mean, let's talk about Borderlands Remastered. Like I said, as long as the PC port is good, and it seems like it will be because they've added stuff like FOV sliders and like the mini map from Borderlands 2 and a bunch of like quality of life things, and if that's the case, then it'll be real good, and I'm really looking forward to it.
You? One more step and it'll be your last. You should have seen the look on your face.
So you get it? The joke is that he's blind.
I've been looking for you.
At least I think he's blind. Oh, okay, I gotta get the food first. I think I do the food and then another quest and then I go fight Ninetoes. Or Ninetoes. Alright. Ooh. No skag. See, what I really want is I really want to start getting some good weapons, because the starter weapons are great and everything, but the game starts off kind of slow. But hopefully it'll pick up by the time we get to Ninetoes. Now, so as far as the remaster goes, I'm actually really interested to see how it's going to turn out. Like I said, it might get me to play Borderlands again, because I'm having fun playing this. A lot more than I thought I would. But this is also early game, and this is also nostalgia and memories of playing with friends, and not actually the game itself being good, you know? The game is, it's fairly decent. Like, it's not bad. It's not a bad game. It has its flaws, like every other game from this era does, but that's okay. The interesting thing is that first we've got Borderlands Remastered, right? Then we're going to have Borderlands 3 this year, maybe next year, who knows. It'll be sometime soon. There are a lot more looter shooters out now than there were previously. Destiny is a great example. It's not a very well done one. Anthem is another example, which is also not a very well done one. And depending on what day of the week you ask me, I would even argue that Borderlands 2 was not a well done loot shooter. I'm not a fan of the loot shooters in general, mostly because their execution is usually kind of crap. What the hell? Can you fuck off, please? Thank you. No. Bad skag. Please. Thank you. Mostly just the concept of loot shooters is a really good idea. Like, it's like, okay, let's make an action RPG. It'll play, you know, like, it's Diablo with guns. Like, what's not to like? And the execution just always feels really off. I can't quite put my finger on why. I'm not sure if it's because loot and guns doesn't really work together from like a concept level. I don't know if it's the fact that they're also like hero shooters and they're focused on like different classes that do different things. I honestly can't put my finger on why I don't think they work. But I will say that Borderlands is probably the closest I've ever come to enjoying a looter shooter. Borderlands 2 is okay. Played a lot of it co-op with some friends. I think I even did a let's play of that, but that's long dead and gone. Alright, now I gotta go purchase grenades. Alright, cool. Thanks, Marcus. Whoa. Some of the things that people really liked about Borderlands was the writing. The voice acting was really well done. It has memorable characters because they're so fucking crazy. Balls to the walls. Hello. Oh, man. Like, you see how the depth of field was actually occluding the text pop-ups? Like, that's a huge no-no. I hope that's fixed in the remake. I actually kind of want to disable the depth of field because it just looks really bad in this game. Looks like someone just went into Photoshop and just created a Gaussian blur and called it a day. No, actually, I'm not. But yeah, but everybody just exudes personality, and like the writing and the voice actor directing, and like everything is just top notch. This was not something that we saw a whole lot of back in the day. It was a game that took itself seriously, but once you look past the taking itself seriously, everything is just goofy and just nonsensical, and it just feels really nice. There we go. I almost forgot what I was doing there for a second. Alright, I need to buy a grenade. Yeah, okay, whatever. I'll just buy a basic grenade. Alright, now let's see if I can get a good weapon. Scattergun. Ooh, sniper rifle. That could be fun. Let's see. 6 bullets. Yeah! What's this? Something that I can't equip yet. Also something that I can nowhere near afford, but that's not bad. Oh, because it's got a 4x fire multiplier on it. Okay. Yeah, so let's talk about the guns for a little bit. So Borderlands has, like, I don't know, like 20, 30 different, like, base guns. Maybe closer to 40. I'm honestly not sure. And you can get various different buffs and tweaks and stuff like that. So, like, looking at the sniper, we can see that it's got a base damage of 67, accuracy of 97.1, fire rate of 0.9. So fire rate is obviously how many seconds or whatever the time measurement is here. It's how long between each shot. Accuracy is how accurate it will be to your scope where you're pointing. So 97.1, even if I'm scoped out, it's not going to be like Call of Duty where I'm aiming down the sight, it's laser accurate. There will be like a tiny little cone. And then if you have a gun that has like a 40 accuracy, it'll be a huge fucking cone, even if you're aimed on sight. Damage, self-explanatory. Bigger number means more damage. And then we've got different like sub boosts, like 1.8 times weapon zoom, 31% fire rate, 200% critical hit damage. Like, you know, like there's all kinds of combinations you can do to make these guns interesting. Like this one's got plus 13 magazine size. If I could, there we go. So it's got 25 and then plus the 13, so it basically turns the pistol into like a little SMG. But its accuracy kind of sucks, but its fire rate is not bad, and it's got relatively high damage, you know? Like, it might not be a bad backup weapon. And then you've got things like the shotgun, which the shotguns are also really interesting because the amount of pellets they fire will change. So this one fires 11 pellets, which is, I think, a little on the higher side. So you theoretically could do more damage with this than, you know, even though like the base damage would be like 15, but it only fired like 7 pellets, for example. Theoretically, if all 11 of your pellets hit, you could do more damage, but the accuracy is 11.7, so holy fuck, that is atrocious. And it's got a slower fire rate than the sniper rifle. So, you know, like there's all kinds of combinations you can do. I think like they said something Borderlands 2 had like multiple millions different combinations you could do. Like you could do all kinds of crazy shit. And like this one's cool because it's got an elemental bonus to it, and that elemental bonus also gives you a ×4 multiplier to fire damage, but the clip's kind of small, but it does a lot of damage. It's got additional damage percentage boost. And then, of course, the elements themselves, like fire is highly effective versus flesh. I believe electricity is highly effective versus machinery. You know, that kind of thing. So it's also got a better zoom than my sniper rifle than the sniper rifle does. That's kind of fucked, but whatever. We're gonna buy this, and then I am going to sell the crappy machine gun. Sell that. Sell that. Cool. And now I need to equip my new gun with that. You must be at least level 5 to use this item. Oh, I did not think that through. That's okay. Well, I can just use the little pistol because that's what I was using anyway. So, not a big deal. And we've got all kinds of ammo now. Oh, I can even pick up ammo. Now that I own the gun, I can pick up ammo for it even if I can't equip it. That's nice. Alright, so now I need to turn it in. Who do I turn it into? Oh, I have to go turn it into TK. So the performance of this game isn't bad. Can you not? This pistol is actually fairly accurate. But it's got a little bit of a cone of fire. There we go. Alright. So, let's see. We were talking about weapons. So part of my problem with Borderlands 2, and from what I saw of Borderlands, the pre-sequel, even more so, was Borderlands 2 kind of felt like they took the same game and just kind of did more. Not better, just more. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing. But, you know, just the concept of not trying to improve the game, really. Just like, oh, we had 80,000 weapons in the first game, now we've got 200,000, and it's like, okay, but what are the combinations? And they're like, yeah, just more guns. And it's like, no, guys, you have to make the new stuff better, too, you know? It doesn't really feel like they did that. And the pre-sequel was even worse. Because the pre-sequel was basically just like a mod for Borderlands 2. And felt very fan servicey at times because it was talking about, you know, Handsome Jack. And like Claptrap was a playable character. And it's like, okay, like, we get what you're doing, guys. Wah! Rude. Very rude. Alright, let's go. We're gonna go kill Nine Toes. Boom. And see, little things like that, where it's like wired TNT that you have to blow to get to like little things like that. It's like, okay, it shows the game's personality. That's nice. Ooh, that bloom was awful there for a second. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to them fixing all of this. Let's see, is there a better shield available? There is a better shield available. Cool. And I can't equip it yet. All right. And I also can't afford it. Even better. Oh, but these have very slow health regen. And I still can't afford them. So, whatever. Anyway. So with looking at the Borderlands 3 trailer that came out, it's kind of like it. If you're a fan of Borderlands and Borderlands 2, you're gonna like Borderlands 3. Like, most definitely. But, like, if you're part of the looter shooter crowd, oh, thank you, game. Thank you, game. Cool. I love uninterruptible pop-up tutorials. They're the best. Funnily enough, Sekiro actually had that problem too. Alright. Am I getting aim assist? I hope I'm not getting aim assist. That felt really weird. But I can't tell if that was just his the character's movements or what. Alright. I'll have to go do the gun stash first. Okay. Oh? No. Bad game. Whoa. So this game's combat feels better than most other looter shooters. I would say... So my problem with things like The Division, for example, we'll use The Division. You don't really feel like you have guns. You feel like you have a Nerf cannon? Ooh. Oh yeah, the ladyfinger. You currently have 2 weapon slots available. Thank you, game. I couldn't figure that out already. Alright, let's equip. And then you go there. Cool. Can't wait to find out this gun's actually just terrible. Wasted all that money on nothing. Actually, let's see. Oh, yeah. So this is actually a great example because these weapons feel satisfying to use. Like, they feel really powerful. Like you would imagine a sniper rifle would. In a game like The Division, it just feels like you're shooting Nerf rounds at people because it takes like 3 clips to down somebody. And it's not like, oh, this is the boss or whatever. Oh. Please, thank you. There we go. Okay, so that's a great example of the personality this game just exudes. Just makes you stop and go, whack. Okay, rude. There we go. But yeah, other looter shooters just don't make guns feel powerful. They just kind of feel like Nerf cannons. This game actually kind of makes them feel powerful. That problem somewhat exists in Borderlands 2, but that may just be because I played Borderlands 2 a lot more than I did the first one. So I might have just gotten further in the game to a point where, you know, that was actually a problem. And it's actually a problem in this game too, and I just haven't played enough to figure that out yet. Let's see what the next shield is. Okay. Is it gonna flip? Is it gonna flip? Whoa. Yeah. All kinds of little touches, like their heads exploding, you know, makes the weapons feel nicer. These are all things that make me feel like other looter shooters don't really understand how to make a good looter shooter, you know? And that's reasons why people like Destiny and The Division, because they like the MMO side of things, they like the whatever, but they kind of ignore the gun combat side of things, and somebody who has a lot of experience with first-person shooters might prefer the gun combat of something like Borderlands, but then not find the loot aspect of it that great because they don't like MMOs. You know, like, I can see both sides of the argument here. Alright. So this one's got... It's also way expensive. Okay. Well, so much for buying a better shield. I guess I could buy this one. No, I can't buy that one either. Alright, well, we're just going to press ahead. I should probably upgrade my character. How do I do this? There we go. Cool. Please. So that's what I mean about the accuracy statistic. Like, it's not perfect. Please. Thank you. Man, headshots are really satisfying. Whoop. Yeah. Yeah. One of my favorite things about Borderlands 2 was the physics system, because you would open things like toilets and then just green sludge would come pouring out, and it was really pretty. Very, very, very fake looking, obviously, but it wasn't supposed to look real, you know? It was ooey and just, ugh, love it. Alright. And here we get an introduction to the first boss. Nine Toes, who also has 3 balls. Can I shoot him in the... Oh, he's missing his crotch plate. Fake news. Please. I was about to say, I was like, how did he survive that shot? But no, it was just the game being dumb. Alright, can you not... Ooh, fuck, I'm actually gonna die. No, please. Okay. Boom. Wow, you can't jump over my turret. That's cheating. That's illegal. Ah. So I guess, really, I just wanted to talk about Borderlands and just kind of get my opinion out there and see what people thought about it. Ow. Because I know that my opinion is not a common one. Because a lot of people like looter shooters, especially games like Destiny and Division and all of that. And the internet hype train for Borderlands 3 was like unreal. fucking blew me away how people just jizzed all over themselves when they saw the game was coming out. Come on, keep rowing. Keep rowing. There we go. Like, it's a good game. Don't get me wrong. It's fun. But people are acting like it's the second coming of... Ooh, hello. It's a piece of crap. I'm so glad. Yeah, people just seem to have this weird thing with Borderlands. I'm assuming it's because it was the first, like, real looter shooter that was, you know, got widespread attention and, like, everybody played it. But I don't know. I'll play the remaster, and depending on how the remaster goes, I might give Borderlands 3 a shot. I probably won't, but we'll see. I realize that this video was basically just a lot of me rambling about nothing while I'm playing a video game, and I don't typically do that style of content, so I apologize if that's not what you're here for. But yeah, it's my opinion. I felt it was a little better to get my opinion done this way than to sit down and try to script something out. Because if I did that, the video would end up just kind of sounding like a Borderlands hate train, which I really don't want it to sound like, because I do genuinely enjoy at least the first game. Like, it's got its faults, it's got its problems. It's not a great game, but it's a fun game. It's a good game. So I'm gonna go turn this in, and then I'll probably be where I end this video. Unless I have to go turn it into TK. Do I have to go turn it into TK? Where's my map? There's my map. I have to go turn it into TK. Well, if that's the case, then I will just end the video here. Well, this was a lot of fun. Yeah, whatever, shut up. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to do things.
Who I am is not important.
I don't care who you are.
First thing you must know, the vault is real.
Oh, let me rant about this real quick, and then I'll end the video. I might make it a TK, who knows. Oh, yeah, there is definitely aim assist. That's disappointing.
This world is full of dangers.
So, the plot of this game was actually kind of interesting. Like, oh, there's apparently a vault with all kinds of weird alien technology and infinite riches, and it's like, okay, oh, that's a cool concept. Yeah, I like the idea of being a vault hunter. And then the second game was, hey guys, remember that fake vault at the end of the first game? Well, this time the vault is actually real! Oh no! What? Thank you, tutorial boxes. Oh, come on. Wah. I need to remember to use grenades. And just going off the trailer, it seems like the third game is going to have the same plot where it's like, hey guys, remember the fake vault from the first game? And just ignoring all of Borderlands 2? Well, the vault is still real, except this time maybe it's on a different planet? So maybe the vault is actually real this time? You know, it's like, it just gets to the point where it's like, okay, we're just playing the same game. It's prettier, but it's the same game. Ooh. Yeah. Ha! Beautiful. Alright. Do I, like, actually really have to walk all the way to TK? Yeah, I do. Alright, well, I guess I'll just end the video here now. It's been kind of rambly enough, and, you know, I don't like doing rambly videos. So, yeah. Be sure to leave me a comment telling me what you guys thought. If you guys are excited for Borderlands 3, all that fun stuff. And maybe you'll see me in the future talking about Borderlands 3. Probably not, but you... Oh. Oh, that's real cool. Oh, yeah, I like that visual bug. Oh, yeah, that makes me happy. Oh. Good times.